It has a factor. You just sub in -2. So it becomes 0. Should become simultaneous equations eventually. Lovely. Okay, let's start. I'll start it at 4 minutes. And then I'll time myself without talking and see how long it should take. So, anyways, I'll see you in a second. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's do it. So, P of -2 equals -8 plus 4b minus 2c plus 4 equals 0. P of 3 equals 27 plus 9b plus 3c plus 4 equals to -20. So what do we have? We've got 4b minus 2c equals 4 minus 8 is -4 equals to +4. 9b plus 3c equals minus 20 minus 4 minus 27 minus 51. I will times this guy by 3 times this one by 2, so 12 minus 6 equals 12. 18 plus 6 equals 51 times 2, that is 102, plus 30 equals 12 minus 102, -90, b equals -3, sub it back in, get my c. C equals 4 plus 12 divided by -2. Is that right? I could be wrong. No, looks like I'm probably wrong. 9 times -3 plus 3 times -8. Nope, I'm pretty happy with my answer. Can anyone confirm? Because everybody here thinks I'm wrong. Anyone at home got that?
I got the same answer as you said.
Yes.
Let's have a look at your answers. Did you say it was easy, remember? I'm saying it's a long strategy. Just do it. Never say anything's easy. I think it's meant to be right. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, this one. Yeah. 2c 4. 4 equals 4 big ones. So say you waste two extra ones. How do you do that? But anyway, you can see so 4 equals 4 big ones to c. Then at this stage you yes. Divide by 2, yes, so. And you just have to sub it in. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. 45 and 15 is 3. You need 15 on the 45. 45. Last line. Last line, you just did that wrong. Careful. Okay. Anyone have any questions for me? No? Anyone not understand what I've done? Like I said, you don't need hard questions, right? These are questions that will be in your exam. That will be. Next. Move on, or still working? Still working? All right. No, like you didn't get it out?
No, I forgot to put 20 as the remainder. Oh my god, it's minus 20.
Mm-hmm. Good. My biggest mistake. I walked into my HSC doing only questions, like, let's say question 8, question 9, question 10s. I looked at the first question, I didn't know what to do. So be careful, do everything. I've learned my lesson, obviously. And I had to learn it the hard way as the HSC, but I had prepared for that as well. Because I had done that at home, so I knew what to do if that happened. I had completely skipped question 1 altogether. No, I thought I could do it, but I just didn't know what to do. My brain wasn't working. I obviously went back to it. Yeah, I just skipped question 1, and then when I look back up after an hour, you relax a little bit, you look at it, you're like, oh, really? Just this? But at first, I wasn't there, because I was only thinking of rates of change questions and binomial. I was thinking of all the hard stuff.
Yeah.
So the easy stuff like this, it would have been bad. So I completely skipped it. So when Mayette just asked me, would you start with like the short answer? Maybe for me, towards the HSC, I didn't start with the easy ones. I started with the harder ones. That's what I had prepared for first, to get them out of the way. Weird strategy, but I did that at home. Yeah. At home. It's not, I just walked in and I just did it. All right. Again, 100% will be in your exam.
What is C?
-8.
And B is -3.
B is -3.
So when it's alpha squared plus beta squared,
Yes.
is that alpha
This one.
plus? No, only if it's alpha plus beta.
So if it's alpha squared plus beta squared only,
Yeah.
then it just goes through the first one minus 2 times the second one. What's the second one? After sum of roots, product of roots. What's the second one for this guy? The second one would be sum of roots 2 at a time. All right, go. Product of roots, sum of roots 2 at a time. This one here. Sorry? Ah. Okay, how long should it take? If I was to look at this now, altogether it should take about 2 to 2.5 minutes. I say that's fair. So it's pretty much what you guys did take, but you made mistakes. 3. Take your time. Be mindful. Don't think about anything else. Think about him. Think about her. Just work on your work. And that's it. That's what Shakespeare told me as well.
It's really that old.
All right, easy stuff. Minus B, C, minus D, minus B, C. This one here, please memorize your formula. I think I emphasized that day 1. You will get it in your exams. Alpha, gamma. Well, I just did that. Gamma, beta. All right, and then of course that's just 5 squared, because sum of roots 1 at a time is 5, minus 2 times 6. 25 take away 12 is 13. That one's easy. Make a common denominator, and then you're going to have sum of roots 2 at a time on the top. So sum of roots 2 at a time is 6 on product of roots, which is negative 12. Sorry? That just means sum of roots. Sum of alpha, beta. If you ever want to, I probably haven't shown it to you guys, but if you ever want to write this in a simpler way, you can write sigma alpha, beta. That just means summing 2 at a time. If we write this one as sigma alpha, that means summing 1 at a time. Just a quicker way, because who's bothered? By the time you get to like year 12, on my stage, like, you're not going to write that. So we're going to start simplifying everything from next year, or next term. 5 weeks. You'll be in year 12. Become adults. You guys, all right. Let me think if I can think of the hardest one you'll get. Okay, here's one that I haven't seen even Extension 2 students get right.
Wow.
So, find alpha cubed plus beta cubed plus gamma cubed. It's actually very straightforward. There's no formula. I'm going to give you a clue. It's not going to be a formula. You have to understand a big word. If you understand that word, you understand what to do for this. I wouldn't say so. You could, if you had to, you find the 3 roots and then cube them, but then you can do that for everything, right? You could have found the 3 roots and multiplied them. It's just going to take too long. Something we want to avoid. Can't you do what you just did for C? But I said it's not going to be a formula technically, because there isn't a formula for cubes like that. It's not exactly like that. It's not like that. Think of what alpha, beta, gamma are.
The roots.
They're good. They are roots. Come on, your brain's got to say something when your head says that now. No, still nothing. Alpha, beta, gamma are roots. What do you usually do? Have a look. Have a look. When you're saying sub them, what happens? When you sub in alpha, what do you get? Can't put that together? Think forecast now. You just found alpha cubed by subbing it in. Yes. Wait. It's not. You'll make it equal to 0, but you'll be able to find alpha cubed from that. It's something that's similar to what we've done in extension 2. So you guys get the advantage of that, but it doesn't seem like you're putting it together. I'll help you out. Here we go. If alpha, beta, gamma are roots, that means alpha cubed minus 5 alpha squared plus 6 alpha plus 12 must equal 2. So doesn't that mean alpha cubed is 5 alpha squared minus 6 alpha minus 12? Can't I conclude that beta cubed is also 5 beta squared minus 6 beta minus 12? Can't I also say gamma cubed is 5 gamma squared minus 6 gamma minus 12? What did I need? I needed alpha cubed plus beta cubed plus gamma cubed. Can't I just say that that becomes 5 alpha squared minus 6 alpha minus 12 plus 5 beta squared minus 6 beta minus 12 plus 5 gamma squared minus 6 gamma minus 12? And then aren't these three 5, 5, 5? They've got the same 5s. Can't I factorize them out? And then I'm left with alpha squared plus beta squared plus gamma squared. Aren't these three? Yeah, you guys realize it now. These three, the same as well. Isn't that just factorize 6 out and then you're left with sum of roots? Isn't these three, minus 12, minus 12, minus 12, minus 36? So isn't the answer just going to be 5 times the answer we had in C, minus 6 times the answer we had in, which is 5, 1 at a time, minus 36. I haven't seen, maybe my odd time, I've maybe seen one student ever actually think like that. So it is a weird one, but just to show you, don't become so strict with your working out, because it seems like you guys have isolated, let's say, roots as for this section as I only do this. For this, now I only do this. But you got to remember, what is alpha? It's a root. If you want it cubed, you could just sub it in. And then creativity. That's a hard thing to create in math. But there you go. That's a little bit different. That's what you will see in my exam, for example. Because I would like to test if you really are thinking outside the box. There would be clues. So I don't think it'll be just expected of you. What he might say is make alpha cubed the subject. By making alpha cubed, beta cubed, gamma cubed the subject, find alpha cubed plus beta cubed plus gamma cubed. That's probably the question you'll get in your exam. So they'll guide you first. Anyways, move on. There's a fun one. Yes. Create that. How do you develop that? Honestly, just purely exam question. There's no way you're going to ever develop creativity through textbooks. It was a lot of trials. A lot of trials. I would have done in excess of 500 trials. Which it sounds like a lot to you guys, but you got to remember, we're talking about a whole year. Yeah. So a whole year, if you just break it up to a paper a day, you do you can complete 500. It's not that hard. Anyways, and as you're getting closer to the end, you'll ignore, let's say if it's extension 2, you'll ignore complex numbers. You'll ignore the things that are easy. You'll just be like, yeah, whatever. I'm going to work on the hardest are proofs, vectors, whatever it is. So that's what I was looking at. By either considering the special triangles or the unit circle, find. By either considering the special triangles. All right, let's do these 3 markers. That's what it's trying to say.
That's what unit circle.
That's what a unit circle is. It's a circle that has radius 1. 1 unit. Yeah. You don't need to worry about that. That's probably the way you guys have got taught it, maybe. I think you said all stations to central ion. So when you just said that, that's unit circle. See, that's not my way.
Yeah, so I need it right. So what the answer is that using?
alright. Okay, I'll get involved as well. What do we have? I think the answer to this is what, 12 over 13 or something?
Yeah.
Was it? Well, fantastic. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, but I'll do it slowly. Without, I mean, I'm sure you could have used your calculator, probably would have still given you 12 over 13, but you'll get 0 because you have to actually use your triangle. So alpha equals inverse sine 5 on 13, sine alpha, bless you, 5 on 13, create a triangle, there's the special triangle, 5 on 13, that's 12, and obviously what are you finding? Cos alpha, which is 12 on 13. Cool. Easy stuff. Do the same thing again. Ooh, inverse sine of tan pi on 4. Sure. Same thing, I guess. Let's have a look. Inverse sine of tan. Oh, what? Because tan 45 is just 1. Why 3 marks? Give me a second to think. What am I missing? Nothing. The only thing I can think of, I don't know, that alpha equals to inverse sine tan pi on 4. Then you're going to get sine alpha equals to tan 45, which is 1. Yeah, I know. Then maybe, just look, we're going to just fudge it out. So if that sine alpha is 1, you're just going to do that. You're going to do alpha. Yes. Correct. So yeah, so alpha is 90 degrees. Do you get that? But wait, we'll do it in a different way. Unit circle. Let me see your unit circle for a second. Your radius is 1. Yeah, no, it won't work even for your unit circle. Well, but it should work. Oh, that's because it's specifically here. It's on 1. Yeah, and that's why it's 90 degrees. So alpha has to equal to 90 degrees. I don't know. It's just like you're fudging it out. It's a bad question. Yeah, that was easy. It's just it was a silly question to ask. But I guess that's what I would be drawing to show that I've used something. All right. I guess so. Why not? Go ahead. Do both question 1 and question 2. And knowing something. Go. Okay, my turn. Find all solutions. Inverse sine of 1. Let's see if you guys got this out. This will be interesting. Inverse sine of 1 should be 90 degrees. Then you'll do all stations to central. Maybe it's just easier to do it like this. So for now, x plus 60 equals 90. All stations to central, where is sine positive? Here, which is 180, minus 90, which is still 90. Then you've got to keep adding and subtracting 360s. Because up to 4 pi anyways. So, the next one will be 450, and the next one after that will be 810. And the next one after that, just for your own curiosity, is 1170. Like I keep telling you, add more, better than adding less. Why did I not subtract? I didn't subtract because I know once I subtract, I'm going to subtract again. It's definitely going to go outside of my zero region. So I didn't decide to subtract. In this case, the answer is obviously going to be 30. 450 take away 60, which should be 390. 810 take away 60, which is 750. But what's 4 times 180? 720. So I know 750 and everything after that is going to be too large. So you don't need them. Your answers are pi on 6 and 13 pi on 6. 3 marks. You got it up? Your marks, if you want to know where your marks are, yeah, 1 mark, 2 marks, 3 marks. Pretty much. Any questions? Next one. 4 sine squared plus 8 minus 7. Okay, obviously you're going to change sine squared too. I'm just going to change it to thetas. Then you're left with minus 4 plus 8 minus 7 minus 4 is minus 11. Then you just do cos theta is equal to minus b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a. 64 minus 4 minus 4 minus 11 gives us negative 112. So I don't think it's no solution. But hold on. Did I do something wrong? 4, 1 minus cos squared. Aha, I see it. Right there. 4 take away 7 is not negative 11. 4 take away 7 is negative 3. That should be negative 3 in there. Let's go again. 64 minus 4, bracket negative. There we go, 16. Square root of 16 is 4. That's nice now. Minus 8 plus 4 on negative 8 is a half. Minus 8 minus 4 on negative 8 is 1.5. And then start. Theta equals inverse cos of a half is 60 degrees. All stations to central, you get 300 degrees. Inverse cos of 1.5 should be no solution. Yep. This one here should have no solution. Your answers are pi on 3 and 5 pi on 3. Compare those 3 marks to the inverse that we just did. You want to get those inverse ones. Nothing too hard about it. Reducible. Yeah. But see, I think by now, where you guys are at, I don't know why you need to reduce it once you know it's a quadratic. Just write this term outside. And then just think of it as a reducible. So just think of it as negative 4x squared plus 8x minus 3. You could have reduced it, but if you, as long as you write it on the outside, yeah, all good. Any questions? Okay. Show. Suppose by using the t formula, find the exact value. Find the exact value. Rewrite the following expression as the sums of end of exam. Okay. Let's do 6 and 7. 6 and 7. 6 directly from your formula sheet. So just find it. Someone tell us the answer. You definitely know it starts with a half. What do we do with sine and cos? Is it? A minus b? Are we going to trust you?
I think the last is minus sine.
Yeah, I don't know why you decided to memorize it, but
I've written it as many times.
you just know it.
Yeah.
Let's see. See, Nadia reckons it's sine 8 plus 3, which is 11, minus sine, something like that. If we haven't done the formula wrong,
That looks right.
that looks right. We're waiting.
It's going to be a while with you.
All you got to do is just type in formula sheet. Yeah. Got it out? So what is it? Sine times,
It's plus minus a minus
so plus, and then, so there should have been a plus and then minus. Good. Easy 1 mark. So add them together and then plus, subtract them. Okay, number 7. I'll leave that with you guys again. Let me see if I can do it. Yes, I've already got that. Oh yeah, easy. Oh, yeah, easy. Shouldn't take more than, let's say, 3 lines. If you know your formulas. Question 7. If you know your formulas for your double angles here, you'll probably see them very, very quickly. No? Was that 3 lines? Was that right? Fair enough. So expand this. Cos squared alpha plus 2 times the inside plus sine squared alpha minus 2 plus 2 cos squared. Cos squared plus sine squared is 1. So you're left with 2 sine A cos A, which is obviously sine 2A, plus 1 minus 2 plus 2 cos squared A equals sine 2A. 1 minus 2 is minus 1, which is obviously cos 2A. I said, if you know your formulas, it should have just worked out. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Let's try some more. Okay. F of x, find derivative. Okay. Let's use differentiation by first principles. That 100% will be in your exam. Oh, sorry, we'll be in your advanced test. Can it be an extension? Yeah, why not? Harder advanced. You have to memorize that. You should be memorized by now. You guys probably know it as x plus h minus f of x on h. Should be memorized by now. It's just such. Well, no. It says you have to use the definition to find the derivative, so you can't just differentiate.
Yeah, so you just have
Go ahead. Just differentiation by first principles. You'll need obviously f of a, which is 3x squared plus 3a squared plus a, and you will need f of a plus h, which is 3a plus h squared plus a plus h. Yes, she's right, it's just substitution. Come on. Sub it in, expand. Use brackets. If you didn't use brackets, know that you lose a mark. Did you use brackets?
Yeah.
You did?
Yes.
Good man. Over h equals the limit. H approaches 0, expand. Almost there. 3a squared and 3a squared will cancel. A and A will cancel. So you're left with 6ah, 3h squared plus h on h. Cross out your h, sub in h equals 0. Be careful with this h. A lot of students think it's 0. It's 1 when you divide by h. Of course, sub in h is 0. You get 6a plus 1, which I think we know is the answer, because 6x plus 1. Nice and easy. Will be in your advanced, so please make sure you know how to do it. And I mean, we can make them harder. If I gave you a surd, You have to rationalize the numerator. That was that style of question. Okay, any questions? With this one? No. These are all just past HSC papers. I've just rearranged them for your Year 11 course. There you go. C, D, E, C again. The letters A, E, I, O, U are vowels. How many arrangements of the letters in the word algebraic are possible? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Over. A and A2. L, G, E, B, R, A, I, C. That's it. How many arrangements of the letters in the word algebraic are possible if the vowels must occupy the second, third, fifth, and eighth position? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Vowel, vowel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vowel. 6, 7, 8. Vowel. Is there only 4 vowels? A, E, A, I. Good. Okay, so vowels must be there, which means how many consonants do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 factorial. If your vowels must be there, your vowels must be there.
There's 2 bodies, and the bodies actually move themselves.
No, because they can't move. They must be in the second position, the third position, the fifth position, eighth position.
But it doesn't say which vowels.
Correct, and that's what I'm going to take into account now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like 2 bodies, but those letters just get moved around.
2 bodies. I don't like the fact he's saying bodies, because bodies are usually like this.
I forget that yet.
Yeah. So does anyone know what we're going to multiply it by? 4 factorial. You're just going to say each one of those vowels can move. So 4 factorial over 2. Because of the fact that you've got the same A's. That's the answer. So when you're saying bodies, I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, that's one of the one.
Say it again?
That's
Yeah.
one of the ones.
No, that's when they can move. But these guys can't technically move out of their positions.
Yeah.
So you're saying, when you're saying like, in a block, what did you say? What word did you use?
That was a body.
Body. So yeah, you're saying technically these guys can be in this position, but they can't. They can only be in the second and third. So, okay. Any questions? Do the binomial and do the trig. You guys don't need me. And solve all of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, no, it's only bad because you'll need it next time. But for now, it's okay.
Wait, I saw you learned that.
I think it
Did
is.
you learn that? Where the fuck? I don't know.
They don't know this is us. I'm pretty sure they're in the exam.
Are you sure?
That one, that's bad.
This is the one who told me the hardest one you get for it is where it's.
You didn't work the paper.
I was going to say, I don't know if I ever believed anyone that says to me this is the hardest one. See, I remember it was my second year of uni, and a lecturer told me that he's like, this one here, 100% will be in the exam. Right? So I went and studied exactly that component. It wasn't in the exam, because he's not the one that actually said it, was the other lecturer. So he's right, like, unless your teacher is specifically the one that is writing it and it's already been written, then fair enough. If it hasn't been written, they're going to write it the day or 2 nights before, which is usually the case.
How's it really?
Which is usually the case, then
It is?
Just usually
They just give it
topics.
to you just for the sake of it. Tell you when they can use
No, we use topics, but it's just all.
topics, but like, and they should be.
Come on, let's smash this out. Don't get lazy. Do it. Do this one now. And choose K, come on. You want to fill up your water? Oh. I'll fill it up, you do it.
Try for a while, good. Do the rest of my legs.
Yes, me
3.5 hours.
Me too. I'm doing the
If you're
same.
standing, it's
That's equally hard.
Wait, can I take on mine? Okay, take it.
Yes, exactly.
If that's right, so far to the often.
You need to read and then you text it. Yeah, perfect. And that's only just for me. Man.
I don't know. We'll have to see. With the CI, I don't know what's happening. I'm tracing.
CI.
Yeah.
Sine 3 theta is equal to 2 sine theta. Wait, what? Oh, no, I. Okay, you couldn't get I out.
No, I'm
You just moved
checking
on.
what I'm saying.
So that, yes, 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 yep, yes, yes. Oh, that's why you're just not seeing what to do in that last line.
Yeah.
Compare, look at this line, and then something should be different to what it says to prove.
Okay.
And that is what we need to do. Yeah, no. This negative is always not have it in there. So the negative 1 has the power of k. No. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. It's going to be negative 1 to the power of k. Negative 1 to the power of k. Whereas yours looks like it's just a negative 1 like that. That negative is attached to k. But then yours doesn't have it now. It might be right. It might be this, or it might be positive. I'll do the binomial question. It should look like this. 9, choose k, x squared, 9 minus k, negative x to the negative 1, k, 9ck, x 18 minus 2k, negative 1 to the k. Remember, we always want this to be single, positive, monic. X to the negative k, combine your x's. That becomes x 18 minus 3k. Of course, that needs to equal to x to the 0 because it's independent. That becomes when k is equal to 6. And that's what I meant by the answer is going to be 9, choose 6, negative 1 to the 6. So probably positive 84. I'm guessing not negative 84.
Oh,
Yeah, but you lost them up. So factorize that negative 1 out properly. The mistake that I just saw was this one here. This negative 1 to the k is very, very important. You got to learn to factorize that out properly. Any questions? Is 9 choose 6 even 84? Yes. Any questions? Where did k equals to 6 come from? You're solving this. 18 minus 3k technically would equal to x to the 0. How come I didn't sub it into the original? You just sub it into this formula you just created, right? K is 6, 9c6, negative 1 to the 6.
So you don't have to do like x squared to power 9.
Have I ever done that? Yeah, no, we did this like 3-4 weeks. No, I never did that. Yeah, I know, but that's the problem.
We'll teach you always.
All right. Novak, did you find out where?
No.
What do you mean?
I don't understand what I'm doing.
No, that line, that second last line that you've written, just look at it one more time. There's something there. Maybe Stefan can help you. Look at his second last line. Show him which line he's looking at, that one. Yes, please. Which one is you showing?
This one, yeah?
No, the one on top.
This one, yes.
Let's look at that. And Stefan, what do you reckon he hasn't done? What does he need to do?
If I'm right, it should become 3 sine.
Yeah, but
And then put that to the left side.
no, he's got to do something with what he's got. Just look at what he's got, what he needs. And there's obviously something there that he has to change. All right, you guys. Let's do it anyways.
Sine, cos, oh,
Yes.
they're not cos squared, cos.
Into 1 minus sine
That's
squared.
the formula. Oh, God.
Left hand side equals Because it says only sines.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do. Sine 3 theta equals sine theta cos 2 theta plus cos theta sine 2 theta. Cos 2 theta is 1 minus 2 sine squared plus cos theta times 2 sine theta cos theta. You end up with sine theta minus 2 sine cubed plus 2 sine times cos squared. And what we just had was someone missing out cos squared. You've got to change it to obviously 1 minus sine because it just says sines. And that's it. 1 minus sine squared. Answer becomes, I'm not even going to expand because it should just work out. So that, now I'll let you guys do double one. If you've got questions, let me know, please. Thank you very much.
Huh? This, okay. You know your example? Huh? No, we got time to, what's it called? The one below it. The second division. We know that it used to play. But it's funny because it was supposed to be that soap. So,
Yeah, I'm saying.
yeah, I've got 3 mates in the cities now playing. But apparently traveling restrictions.
He said that.
How do you know this is recruiting?
Huh?
How do you know this is recruiting?
About that.
Yeah. Everyone knows everything. Oh, they say everyone.
I go to the medication list.
It's funny.
Well, why is it, why is it for something?
Doesn't say it was from Ellie. It said it was a scholarship. Like, yeah. It's not Ellie.
Did we get it out? Solved? No, not yet. Still working on it or
So, like,
thinking? Don't think too hard. Bring everything to one side, maybe factorize. Tell me you did that. Okay, don't look into it too much. Remember, I keep saying that as well. Just start it. Put pen to paper. It's better than trying to do it in your head. There it is. Hence, that was already that. Just make it equal to 2 sine. There you go, you're up to this stage now. Bring everything to one side, factorize, solve. Stop thinking, Stefan. Just do it.
That's what you usually have to do.
No, you shouldn't. You should be very robotic. Bang, you factorize.
Okay.
Bang, solve. Minus the 1 divided by 4, sine squared equals to a quarter. Then you know that means all four sides. Because of sine theta is equal to plus minus a half. And you're done. That's what I mean by stop thinking. The only mistake that I have seen students make is sine theta is equal to 0. They usually only write 0 and 180. They forget about 360. Because you can add and subtract as many 360s as you like. I keep saying that. So if you add 360 to 0, it is 360 degrees. Inverse sine of a half should obviously give you 30. And then we're going to have 150, 210, and 330. And then you just convert everything to pi's. Same thing, Maria. You said, oh, I'm thinking. You shouldn't need really. Should they be thinking? I don't think so. Am I saying it wrong?
It should become instant.
Yeah, there you go. That's good. It should really just become instant. Sorry? What was the domain? Probably 0 to 360. Yeah.
What do you need, man?
Yeah, domain's right there.
Oh.
0 to 2 pi. Which is what I've already did. All right. And we had one more. This one here. Anyone want me to actually go back to the solution? All right. Solve this. How did you end up solving this? My way, the critical method way, or squaring x minus 2 squared?
I actually used the square method.
Really? Fair enough. So x, if you're not equal to 2, is your first solution. 3x equals x minus 2. 2x equals negative 2. X equals negative 1. Number line. Negative 1 is a full circle. 2 is an open circle. Test. X equals 0. 0 is less than 1. 0 does work. Answer is negative 1 less than or equal to x less than 2. Easy 3 marks. That would be a nice one. But I don't know if we've got time for it straight away right now. D. A curve has parametric equations. X equals t on 2, y equals 3t squared. Find the Cartesian. What do we do? Make t this. You see how that was instinct? That's the idea. Really, you just meant to do it. You know, you really meant to be thinking. Yep, make t the subject. So t equals 2x, sub it in. Y equals 3, 2x squared, 4, 3, 12. Done. Any questions? 3 times 2 is 6, you're right, but it's 3 times 4.
Oh, yes.
Sketch the graph. Sketch the graph. Inverse cos. What do we need to know for these inverse cos graphs? Yeah, we need to know the originals. You haven't memorized the originals. When are you going to memorize the originals? It's week 8 on a Thursday. Your exams are like on a Monday or something, or week 10. Like, come on. Monday, Tuesday. Like when? When? Oh gosh, here we go. Inverse cos. I highly recommend, like I said to you guys from day one, maybe in year 12 you want to make it a habit. For formulas and for graphs like that, just put them on your wall and leave it there. By the time a year passes or 3 terms passes, you would have subconsciously just gone, you would have seen it every day, you would have known the graph. Any tips?
Make sure you understand the content, because if you end up like forgetting it in the exam, you're scrambling around trying to see what's happening, you can always revise it from first principles. So like as Sam said, if you know the domain and range of your regular cosine graph, then you can obviously find all the inverse cosine.
True. Know it from scratch. There you go.
And then also, if you have questions that have a trick to them that you can't necessarily recognize, understanding it really helps, because you can at least break a couple up if you are going to get full.
They're all the same except for the ranking cos and
Domain. Domain of 10. Domain of 10 is all the left. Your period is different for 10. I think it's also what it translates. Okay, all good. What do we have? We've got -1 less than or equal to 2x less than or equal to 1, divide by 2, divide by 2. There it is. And y on 3. Remember, it's got to be monic. That's what we kept saying. 0 less than or equal to y on 3 less than or equal to 2 pi times 3 is 6. And there it is. That's halfway, and you're done. Easy? Anyone have any questions? Easy 2 marks. All right, let's find some more. It is known that 2 of the, yes, that's it. So we've done the other 2, so type 1 polynomials, we did. The one that you just substituted in and simultaneous equations. Type 2 was alpha, beta, gamma stuff. So some of it's one at a time. Basic. Type 3 is this one. So those are the 3 styles of questions you will get. Let's see. How would you guys start with this one? Yeah, good. You know it. I like it. It's known that 2 of the roots are reciprocals of each other. Let roots be alpha. 1 on alpha, beta. So it is that same topic as the second style, which is alpha, beta, gamma style. Find the value of k. K is your third term here. So I guess you would probably want to do alpha times 1 on alpha plus sum of roots 2 at a time plus alpha beta plus beta on alpha minus b c, which is negative k on 2. Yes? But don't we know, sorry. Yes. Yeah. You can simplify that. But you still have 1 plus alpha beta plus beta on alpha equals negative k on 2. So not very helpful. So then we do the second parts. Sum of roots 1 at a time, which I've missed, and product of roots. I'm going to do product of roots first. Alpha times 1 on alpha times beta is obviously just going to give me beta. That equals to minus B, C, minus D. So then I just found beta is -3. Perfect. Beta in here is now -3. Come back up here, sum of roots 1 at a time. Alpha plus 1 on alpha plus beta equals minus B on A. All right, you ready for it all? So look at this line. 1 plus factorize beta out. Alpha plus 1 on alpha. 1 plus beta is -3. Alpha plus 1 on alpha is -half, take away 3. So -3.5. I guess you had to realize to factorize beta out for that one. Times it by 2. And we're almost there. K should equal to -23. So I did all of them. Sum of roots 1 at a time, 2 at a time, and product of roots. I usually try to avoid it, doing 2 at a time, but I knew where the K is, you would have to use it. All good? I didn't solve for alpha. I think that's a very important. Oh. Ugh. You are not wrong. Stop rushing, right, Sam? Beta is -3, because I saw a plus here. See that? Very bad. -3, so when I bring it here, it's +3. Good job, that's 2.5. There you go. Fixed. So we'll do it again. 2.5 times -3 plus 1 times -2, K is 13. Thank you for checking. Like I was saying, I think the important part of this question, the important part to take out is to realize I didn't actually solve for alpha. I left it as alpha plus 1 alpha, something that I think you just said before. I think it was you, where you went, oh yeah, make X a subject in the advanced class. I said you don't need to think of it as making X a subject. So in this case, I didn't need to make alpha the subject, because I've got alpha plus 1 on alpha that I can directly substitute.
Yeah.
So you've got to be aware that you're allowed to do things like that. Okay. How's enough time? Still good? All right. Inverse, oh yes, definitely. Dr. Cool, we love Dr. Cool.
I did this, like,
You did it?
yeah.
Come on.
Or,
No, that can get lazy with it.
yeah, I've done this too. Or a similar one.
They're all the same. Stock standard. Dr. Cool.
We did this last week.
Did we do this? No, but it probably looks like it.
Yeah, or I think I've done this on Tuesday.
Or maybe we did it. I don't remember.
Yeah, I've done this on Tuesday.
Maybe the Saturday class. Thank you. Verify that T equals A plus B KT satisfies the above equation. Fastest way is to differentiate. We want to differentiate it. So dt on dt equals KBEKT, and then again BEKT is just T minus A. Easy. And then show. Okay, that's when we get to business. T equals A plus BEKT. We know that air temperature is 20, so we get 20 plus. We also know that up to 100. Oh yeah, I think we did do this last week. I think so.
What is B?
Which only measures up to 100 degrees. So that means when time is 0, the temperature is 100. So 100 equals 20 plus BE 0. B equals 80. Therefore, T equals 20 plus 80 EKT. Then you use the second set of conditions. After 6 minutes, the temperature is 80. So 80 equals 20 plus 80 E 6 K. 80 take away 20 is 60. 60 on 80. Why don't I like something? Because it didn't work out. So because it didn't work out, I'm not going to use the initial temperature because they didn't say initially. Fair enough, forget it. Probably did the same mistake again. Doesn't matter, I was just trying to avoid it. Here we go. So, unfortunately, you can't say temperature is 100 degrees initially because it doesn't say that. It just says it reaches a maximum or measures up to 100. It doesn't say it's starting off at 100. So we just know when time is 6, temperature is 80, and we know when time is 8, temperature is 50, and that's all you can use. So temperature is 80, 6K, and what did I say? Temperature is 50, 8. So 80 on 20, 80 take away 20 is 60. 50 take away 20 is 30. Make B the subject. Sub B into here. Right, that's B. Sub B into there. You'll get this. Divide by 30, you'll get 2. E 6K take away 8K is E negative 2K. Log both sides. Divide by negative 2. And that's the answer required. And then it just says find B. To find B, you just sub it into here. K is log 2 on negative 2. E log 2 on negative 2 times 8. E answer 30 divided by that is 480. Hence find the, obviously, hence find the initial temperature. So initially, temperature equals A plus B, E, K, and then time is 0. So initially, it's at 500 degrees. That's really weird, isn't it? Didn't it say using a thermometer which only measures up to 100?
No.
That's weird. Hold on. I don't know if I like that answer. Hence find the initial temperature of a substance. Wait, using his thermometer which only measures, sorry, the substance is 500 degrees, it's fine. The thermometer only goes up to 100. You're not going to be able to measure it. Strange, but that's how that works. Any questions? I'm just saying more, but I think.
And the work can do this for a bit away. Can I pick 0 if I do it that way?
All right, if you've got any questions, please stay back.